name is Andre.
My name is Ahmad.
And this is episode 3. The first and most important thing is first impressions. This is where you build a relationship with a client. You can approach them and say hello in the gym because it's a very intimidating place and it's always nice to see a friendly face. So next time they have a question or something, they know who to come to. When you approach a person or you see someone coming and you want to talk to them, gauge how their current state is. Are they in a rush? Do they look like they want to be approached? Do they look like they don't want to talk to anyone? Do they have headphones in? So that should just kind of play a role in how you approach them and talk to them. The best time is usually after the workout, just because they're not in a rush to get anything done.
As for other general people entering the facility, you want to just approach them in a kind manner and just ask them about what their goals are and what kind of workouts they're doing. Take interest in what they're doing just to make yourself seem more friendly. You can also explain what you're skilled at so they kind of know what kind of level of education you have, and then if they want to seek you out later, they can also do that.
The fitness consultation is arguably the most important interaction with you and your client. This is the point where you show them how you as a fitness professional can help them achieve their goal. This is where you help them break down what they want to achieve and set reasonable time measures to achieve that goal. And this is when you can show them their current fitness level and where they want to go.
So while in the fitness assessment, you also want to discuss their goals. So they might tell you that they want to lose X amount of weight, so you got to come up with a plan and that's more appropriate. So if they said maybe like, I want to lose 100 pounds in the next week, it's not possible. So you got to be more practical about it and more set shorter goals that are more attainable for them, so that way they stay motivated.
At this point, you want to be very careful how you're wording things because some clients can be sensitive to this type of information. So be wise to choose your wording carefully, I would say. Next, you can gauge how the person is. You can look at their body fat, their weight, and give them their fitness level and where they can improve. You can look at their posture. Just show them stuff they normally wouldn't notice, and you as a fitness professional can give them that information and kind of let them see where they can improve and how you can help them achieve that improvement.
So you want to break down their program for them, and you want to set goals every 2 to 3 weeks so that you know they're making progress, and then also keeping track of that progress to show them what they've accomplished so far.
So after you show them how what goals you can set for them and what they need to improve on, how to do it, you can take them a sample session. This is usually about 10-15 minutes where you can show them what a normal full session will look like with you, and you can give them an example of what kind of workouts you can give them that they normally wouldn't do. So this kind of shows them like your value as a trainer, and make sure you get them to a certain extent where exercise them to a certain extent where they're tired but not like completely drained, so they feel like they've worked really good. And then engage the person how they are at the fitness level and see if you want to put them to like their max workout or something slow.
Generally, when starting off, you do want to get them on a slower pace, so that way they don't feel like you're a crazy trainer. So you start them off slow and then slowly build up from there.
Exactly. Just gauge the person, what they're into. That'll play a role in what kind of workouts you give them.
Alright, so generally there are 3 goals you want to set with a client. It's outcome, performance, and process goals. You want to get this in writing so that way you have something to keep track of during the progress of the sessions. So outcome is just the long-term goal that you're trying to achieve, like winning a marathon. Then you want to implement process goals though to achieve that outcome goal. So process goals is just focusing on techniques, so form over the weights that you're going to put on. And then once the technique is fairly good, you want to move into performance goal, which is like getting like a 90-degree angle for a certain range of motion for your arm perhaps, and just move from there. And then so it's going to be process, performance, and then outcome goal.
The outcome is the general thing they want to achieve. So you might wonder why you have to work so hard to get a client and to kind of set an adequate program for them. Well, this is the effort you have to put into build a name for yourself so you can become a successful trainer. When the clients see that you putting this much effort into them, they're going to recommend other people to you. That's where you get a word of mouth, and then the success will speak for itself. So this is something necessary to kind of get you to the next level versus someone who just puts out a random workout that they give to everyone. Versus that's not going to be someone that can compete against you, who takes the time out to set specific goals, talk to the client, make them feel comfortable, and design everything to them. specifically.
So the key takeaway is to differentiate yourself from the crowd and what everybody else is doing.
Exactly. Today we have Dr. Marquez, who specializes in exercise psychology and behavioral medicine, and he'll answer some questions for us that hopefully will help you.
Unfortunately, Dr. Marquez was not able to join us for an in-person interview, but we did exchange emails with him, and we asked him, what would you tell a new trainer starting out on how to begin with a new client? What are some factors to consider? And how do you handle a client who is unmotivated? So his response to those questions were, the main things to consider are what outcomes are they most interested in changing, and not to forget about the psychological outcomes like anxiety, stress, and depression. It is very difficult to motivate somebody who is in the pre-contemplation stage because they are not even considering changing yet. That said, if somebody comes to a trainer, then they are at the very least interested in starting to exercise. Setting goals is very important and trying to find something that they enjoy.